These towers have always fascinated me. I read once that they were the symbol of their old god, that the people from the old world prayed to them in the hope he would bring them light.
We got it working. Not the way we wanted, but if we start it, we have a chance to survive down here. We've got an hour until impact. I won't have time to get back to base. I won't be able to get back to the dam. Please, please, just let the thing work this time.
Over there. You will not get away with that. I'm attacking. Over there. Initiating combat. Over there. Look out. Initiating combat. Over there.
Franz has been promoted. There are people leaving the office all over. That just clears the way for me. I don't know what project they're moving on to, but I love it. Clear out those execs and let me through. Promotion beckons. This year is going to be the best. The sky's the limit.
This is a dangerous area.
I'm in. No, I'm not good enough for that.
This is the control wing of the converter. From here we could set the converter to process metals, plants, soil, people.
They obviously did not get far in Edan. How are you?
I'm okay. Where on...
Come with.
You have enough companions already.
You should go back to Origin.
Of course.
Follow me.
Very well.
You should go back to Origin.
Okay.
Follow me.
Of course. Imagine seeing the impact of the comet with your own eyes.
Imagine being incinerated in a fraction of a second.
No, I think I'd rather imagine seeing the comet hit the planet. Over there. Are you sure this is a good place for us to be?
About these components you need.
Yes?
I have the sensor module.
Then we are a step closer. The cleric who sent me to do this will be pleased.
So, you're a cleric?
Me? I am a... what's the word? An advocate.
So we'll need to take these components back to Ignadon?
Perhaps. Or to Tavar. It's all very secret. But I can locate the cleric that sent me. When our mission is complete, I can give you the coordinates. But please remember, this is a secret mission. It was a legate from the Hort that sent me, and he is very knowledgeable. It is my honor and my duty to serve him.
Serve him?
Serve and assist. It is Cal Ern who we serve, and the legate is his voice to me. I must follow his instructions. In Cal Ern we trust.
Sure, if you say so.
Oh, yes. In Cal Ern we trust. All clerics believe in Cal Ern. You must speak to my legate. I must follow his instructions. He is a cleric legate from the Hort Monastery.
Sure, whatever you say. I found this hydraulic joint. Is this the type you need?
Yes, thank you. An incredible piece of engineering, isn't it? It's stronger and more durable than its organic cousin, but capable of replicating it. To think what Magallan would have become if the comet hadn't hit.
You think the planet would be better?
Oh, yes. It would have been very different from today. We lost millions of people in the disaster, and Magallan had a technological infrastructure that is impossible to recreate. But the comet didn't just bring destruction, it also brought Elex. And it is Elex that gave those who survived the leap forward in technology that the clerics have driven. Mutants adapted to the new environment through Elex. We have done the same through technology. We adapt. We survive. We move forward.
If you say so. I have the Geridium.
An amazing element, isn't it? Another gift from the comet.
Gift?
Like Elex, Geridium wasn't found here before the comet struck. Now these elements help drive our technology forward.
How do you know Elex and Geridium weren't here before the comet?
I have studied history and old technology. There are no traces of either element in the records or in the old world machines we salvage. It was the clerics who first began using Elex. While it is interesting to consider what the world might have been, the true value of knowledge is in what it will help us become.
What do you think of Elex?
Elex is a resource. It is only what we do with it that should be judged morally, not the substance itself.
I have the high-performance CPU.
I'll have to run some tests, but if it looks undamaged, we can be hopeful it will work. That's one good thing about military equipment. It is built to be durable. Some of it has survived for centuries.
Is it military equipment you're building with this?
Building? Well, the components are for... We will use them in the advance of technology to defeat the Albs.
You don't sound so sure.
Sure of what? Are you all right? You're not making much sense.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, if you're worried, maybe we can get you some help after this is finished.
I have the miniature Elex battery.
An example of how Elex has revolutionized technology. We might not have the resources our ancestors did, but look what the clerics have achieved since.
This is the work of the clerics?
It is Calern's will. Only the clerics believe in science and study. Only the clerics had the capability to fabricate these things. The technology that has been preserved, the technology that has been designed here, Magallan must thank the clerics for all of it. The clerics are not to blame for the Albs.
You seem pretty certain about that.
Calern's will is to help all through technology. So my legate says. So you will learn when you see him.
Sounds like Kalan has it all planned out. I think you should have the full set of the components you were searching for.
I agree. We should deliver them. I found these on our journey. You can put them to whatever use you see fit. Do you want the location? Are you ready to deliver the components? That was well done.
Yes. Let's find your legate.
Good. Here are the coordinates. These components are important. We should deliver them quickly. I must remember this place. Hort, a place of contemplation and study. The knowledge of the old world has been gathered in this place.
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
Keep your questions to yourself.
Oh, you're the mysterious type. I can understand that. This is a small place. Secrets don't stay secret here long. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
No, should I have?
Oh, yeah. He's the founder of our order. The reason why the clerics exist.
Tell me about Arvid.
Well, sure, okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200 years ago, we think, and he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Horde. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magallan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde. And our ancestors began research on how Elex could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside. And when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives?
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
I'll think about it.
Good. Great. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Hort. The work is very time-intensive, so the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he? Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics.
Teach me something.
Yeah?
Excellent.
Be thankful to Kalan. The outlaws of Tevar had plotted our destruction.
Yes, I remember. Baldur makes sense.
What did you think of the last sermon?
To be honest, I was...
A visitor? Whatever brings you to the Hort? Welcome, I guess. Say, how well do you know the area outside the Hort? I guess you can take care of yourself if you've managed to make it here.
What's that to you?
Well, you see, if you can handle yourself, I could use your help.
What do you need help with?
A squad of combat mechs has gone haywire. They're refusing remote shutdown and are attacking anything that moves. I sent a recovery party to attempt a reset, but they're late making their report. I've got to find out what happened to the recovery party and what's gone wrong with those mechs. There's another squad of mechs due off the assembly line, and I need to know what's gone wrong before they go haywire too. It's probably a faulty batch of AI chips. That's my guess. But I need someone to go out there and check the chipsets so I can check them.
So, you're some sort of mechanic?
Mechanic? I'm a legate, responsible for procuring materials, producing new mechs, and repairing our mech squadrons, among other duties. Sure, the other legates are out there using their skills and suggestions to take the fight forward, but we're here giving the Horde the mechs that keep us safe.
How can I be promoted to legate?
You'll have to prove yourself to the Judicators. You should start by talking to Judicator Reinhold up in the Citadel. You'll find him more approachable than Ulbricht. We're short of personnel, so he would welcome a new acolyte.
Why don't you fix those mechs yourself?
Oh, no, I've had no field training. Assembly lines, manufacturing, and repair in a nice warm workshop. That's what I do.
Okay, I'll bring you the AI chips.
Good. I hope I'm right about this. And I hope it's just one batch that's affected. If this is a problem with the AI chip design, we'll have to track down all the AI chips of that design before more mechs go homicidal. Get me those AI chips and make it fast, will you? Fast like, I need those chips now.
Where can I find these mechs?
Well, they were supposed to be on a trial run out to the border with Tavar. But as far as I know, they only got a short distance from the Horde. Let me upload their location beacons to your adjutor. Now, I'm not promising their trackers are working. Not if everything else is malfunctioning.
I'll find those mechs.
Great, thanks.
An old-world airport. Records indicate that there was a network of these across Magallan, both military and civil. The old world must truly have been an interesting place. Old-world vehicles. There are some people who say they were worshipped. We have found numerous small reproductions of these cars. Perhaps every home had a place to pray to them. Initiating combat. Look out!
Alpha 7 here. Have visual. No reaction to our radio signals. Over.
Keep after it. We're getting buzzed across on all our borders. We're going to be busy, Alpha 7. Over.
I've got a lock. They're engaging. Over.
Bank left, and engage. We have another incoming.
Permission to engage. You are cleared. You are cleared. Over.
No. Too easy.
I'm attacking.